To the Bishnois, all trees are sacred, but there is a very special place for the Khejarli tree. It does all of what most trees do, act as windbreaker and provide shade to man and beast. Its roots go vertically deep down. The foliage allows light to go through, allowing crops to thrive beneath it. Its leaves provide fodder for camel and cattle, and the fruit makes a nutritious dish. Prized for its many qualities, the tree has long been coveted. In 1730, when Jodhpur fort was being strengthened by Maharaja Abhay Singh, there was a great need for timber. A large contingent of soldiers descended on Khejarli village, 20 kilometers from Jodhpur, intent on hacking the carefully nurtured Khejarli trees. In defense of their trees, the Bishnois demonstrated the power of their faith and a startling display of courage and conviction. One by one, Bishnoi women, led by Amrita Devi, stepped forward to embrace the trees to their bosoms, just as the Chipko movement was to do hundreds of years later. This was an act that was to cost them their lives, their heads hacked by the axes of the soldiers. As the news spread, Bishnois from 84 villages, men and women, old and young, headed for Khejarli with one thought: they would die, but not let the trees be cut. At the end of this bloody episode, 363 Bishnoi bodies lay on the ground. These martyrs are remembered in stone and in the hearts and minds of the people. Enshrined in popular memory are these images of a heartless ruler and a tenacious people. Hundreds of years later, the actual sequence of events is somewhat hazy. What is undisputed, though, is the spirit of the people to sacrifice. In the magnificent environs of his palace, Gaj Singh of Jodhpur, the descendant of Maharaja Abhay Singh, elaborates on the happening.
In Maharaja Ajit Singh's time, he had ordered some works to be carried out in the fort, and some wood was required. And I believe the officials were then told to collect wood. And apparently some incident did take place, which we have heard from childhood, and it is there in the oral tradition of the bards at Khejri. In historic records, it is hard to pinpoint. But I believe that something must have happened, because one fact is there, is that the response of the Maharaja is reported that he immediately rushed to the spot and stopped everything, and the people were reprimanded who did it, and he exempted all Bishnoi villages, which were on the revenue records, from any kind of tree felling in their areas, as also any kind of killing or slaughtering of wild animals or hunting in those areas, which remained right through the times when the states were merged. It is still respected, and Bishnois have been great champions because of that, of preserving their environment, the desert environment.
The royal decree that was issued in the wake of the Khejarli incident was remarkably stern and made easier the self-ordained duty of the Bishnois of protecting animals.